placing graphics in a table. So we can place graphics in a table, and here's an example of a student's project where she did place some graphics inside of this table. So very, very simple to do. Let's go ahead and open up here a more simple basic table and go ahead and place some graphics. So I need to click in the cell, and then I need to do a file and a place. And when I do file and place, of course, I can navigate to a specific folder and choose my graphics. So let's just say I want to place a couple of these images. Now these are very large images, so they're going to be a little bit trouble fitting in. Yes, look at that. Ginormous. So again, one of the things you want to do is make sure that you try to fit those graphics to the appropriate size. You never want to take and import a huge graphic and then have to resize it within InDesign because you've just had this exploded file size. That's unnecessary. So if I do have something that's too large, you can't even see it, but I do get a little red circle that appears at the bottom indicating that that's not going to fit. I can also use that place cursor. You see how I get my loaded cursor here, and I can place things in there as well. So placing a graphic, we can certainly click on a cell here. Remember, I'm using my type tool to select that cell and do a file and place. Let's find an appropriately sized image. Let me navigate to where my graphics are. Okay, now that I've located in a folder that has some images, I'm going to go ahead and click on one of the images and do an open. And here it is. Now when I place this, it will appear in my links panel. If I look at links and slide this out of the way for a moment, you can see that my placed graphic inside my table appears as just a graphic would be placed on my document. So it works just like any other graphic. You can see that this is sort of not fitting quite, and I may want to resize that to make it work. I can do copy and pastes. If I have something over here in the pasteboard, I can certainly select it, copy it, go to my type tool, select the cell, and paste it. So I can do a copy paste as well. Now my text here, the table, this is used as an anchor. So just as my anchored images that I've shown in the past, this will move with my flow of my text formatting because the table is considered text. If I wanted to clip this, I'm going to go to my table menu and go to cell options, and I'm going to go to text, and you can choose this clip contents to cell, and you can see what happened there. It chopped off that remaining overhanging part that didn't fit. So I can clip the contents. I can select these as well and do some edits. So with my direct selection tool, I can certainly resize this down. I'm holding my shift key so I don't distort it. I can move this in here as well. So it's kind of like a frame within a frame when you think about it. Merging and splitting table cells. So if I wanted to merge some cells, let's say I wanted to go ahead and let's add a row above this so that we can do a title. That would be one of the reasons why we would merge. If we have content that we want to, take up or occupy one or more cells, we would need to merge. So let's do a table menu, and let's insert a row. So here's the insert row. We do have a chance to insert it above or below. Let's click OK. So now I have this area up here, and remember I can customize this by dragging if I wanted to make it larger. So we're going to select these cells that I want to merge and back up to the table menu, and we're going to merge cells. Notice I have an unmerge to undo this. So now I have one full cell that occupies basically these 5 individual cells that I once had. Again, I can unmerge that. Like I said, there's the unmerged cells, and undoes that merge. So we're going to go back and merge them. So that's how we can merge. We can also split cells. We can split one or more cells. And so this is an option that I could split this, or say I wanted to go into my clients maybe or the dates, and I want to split this. We can split them either vertically or horizontally. And again, with this cell selected, you can do this to multiples at one time as well. Here's my split, either horizontally or vertically. And so what I've just done is subdivided this cell. So now what was once one cell is two individual cells. So those are ways that we can play with our graphics. You might want to mess around with importing graphics, playing around with them, customizing them, making this, again, overall be visual. And if you're distracted by some of these guides, what you may want to do for previewing is go under your View menu, Grids and Guides, and hide those guides. Hide the frame edges as well, so that then it's not distracting and you get the big picture.